Interfering with his right to a trial by jury?
I'm sorry, that's what I meant.
Right.
Interfering with his rights, yeah. You know, have a trial by jury.
What does he think he's going to accomplish with a trial by jury?
Whether he didn't injure anyone.
Right.
You know.
Why can't he just tell it to the man in the black?
Well, he can't tell it to the man in the black if he's going and speaking the language that the man in the black knows and he don't know it.
Yes, that's what I'm saying. I mean, like I said, sometimes, especially with a drug charge, it's actually better just to go before the guy in the black robe than the jury, because the jury will say, well, we don't want that shit in our community. And even though that you might not hurt nobody, we're going to make the law, and we're going to throw your ass in jail.
Now, you got a point there. You definitely got a point.
Yeah. No, sometimes it's best to go in front of a man.
Yeah.
Sometimes it's best to go in front of a man in black, because if you just show them that the other side failed to appear, especially if you moved over to the common law side, you say the state appear. Okay, like I said to people a million times, the United States Supreme Court did that in Gore versus Bush in 2000, and they told Gore, who had billions of dollars riding on being the president of the United States, he had tons of attorneys, and everybody go to the United States Supreme Court and said, all those hanging chairs, he put, tens of thousands of boxes of hanging chairs in front of the Supreme Court. The Supreme Court said, that's great. He said, but who's been injured because of this, the hanging chair situation? He said, well, I've been injured. It's like, yeah, well, of course, you're going to claim you're injured. But you got anybody who's like, why were you injured? It's like, well, look at all these people whose votes weren't counted. He said, did you bring anybody into the Supreme Court today to prove that their ballots were not counted and their right to vote was interfered with because of a faulty machine? And he's like, no. He's like, you couldn't find somebody.
That's a false claim.
The state has got to bring somebody forward to prove this claim that his drugs caused them harm, injury, or loss. So the state can't make a claim without bringing, like they say, well, we represent the people of the state of Texas. Well, that's great. Did you bring at least one of the people?
Bring them in here.
Just bring one.
Right.
Now, when you bring that one, why do you want just one? So you could compensate. You could compensate that one for the wrong.
Put the people in the witness stand. I want to cross-examine them.
Right. So when they do, if the one comes forward and says, yes, you've caused me harm, so my drug use actually was the source of your harm. It's like, yes, it cost me $15.72. Here's the receipt. It's like, oh, wow, I didn't know. Okay, here's the $15.72. I'm sorry. Judge, is there anybody else who's making a claim against me for doing these drugs? I'll compensate them now. And once they're done being compensated, I want to be released. I want to go home. Just bring them forward. I want to compensate those who have done wrong. Is anybody here who's going to claim that I've done wrong? I got my paycheck. I got my bank book. I got my checkbook. I got my pen full of ink. I'm ready to write checks. Bring the injured party forward so I can compensate them for the loss.